Let's begin. Good evening, everyone. So one major thing I'm going to make sure is prioritized in every Konoha cohort, every class, both beginning from now till season 4, season 5, season 6, season 7, season 8, season 9, all the seasons. One major thing I'm going to make sure we prioritize is punctuality. And as this class has started, it's going to end in 29 minutes. So by 7:30, we're out of here. None of my classes will last beyond 30 minutes. And I'm going to only teach for 15 minutes. So every single thing I'm going to teach today, everything I'm going to teach today is all going to last 15 minutes. That's number one. The remaining 15 minutes will be to take feedback from you and find out what you've learned so far. Once we are done with these two, I've ended the call. We've ended the class. So if for any reason anybody misses classes, they will find out that if someone comes, for example, if someone comes to this class by 7:30, they'll find out that nobody's on the call. If they click this link by 7:30, they'll find out nobody's on the call. It's as simple as that. So I want to make this a consistent thing, that we take classes seriously. Whatever you do, you have to take it seriously, which means you cannot do too many things, because you cannot take too many things seriously. I'm just saying this before I start sharing my slides. I will repeat myself. Whatever you do, you have to take it very seriously. So it means you cannot do too many things, because you cannot take too many things seriously. So there are mental models. Over time, I'll be sharing some of these things, probably on the new app. I will introduce today. We'll have a classroom app that we're going to be using. On that classroom app, I'm going to be sharing some leadership updates, because I believe leadership is the reason many things are not, let's say, many people are not able to move despite having so much knowledge, because they don't have leadership. Because leadership is what will help you apply all of the knowledge you know. Right now in this class, I'm sure you know a lot. The amount of knowledge in your head, you should not be where you are right now. The reason you are where you are right now, despite having all the knowledge you have, is because you have not led yourself step by step with enough focus and enough principled thinking to be able to achieve every single action in your head. That's the problem most times, converting what is in your head, what is in your head already, converting it to action and converting it to results. And I promise you, it is going to be brutal. I'm even kind of happy that in this cohort we don't have many students. We have less than 50 students. So it's very easy to watch everybody. Our first cohort, we had over 300 students. Our second cohort, we had over 200 students. This third cohort, for the first time, we'll have less than 50 students. I like it, because everyone, it's very easy to watch you and check if you are serious or if you're not serious. There will be high accountability. So take note of it. If for any reason you are found wanting, your life will be the result sheet. So Konoha is not a university where you will come and then pass an exam. It's not the exam is not an exam, right? The exam is your life. So we're going to do a lot of public documentation. You'll be asked to do a lot of videos. Are you with me? You'll be asked to do a lot of videos. You'll be asked to do a lot of documentation in public, so we can see. If you did not write it, we can't see it. If you did not say it, you've not done it. One of the things I've noticed, and I've been telling my teams, is that if you're getting work done, say it. Because if people are not seeing the work you are doing, then you are not doing the work. I did this. I've been creating content. If nobody is seeing it, you're not doing the work. So when we give you instructions, we give you assignments, when we give you projects, it is very, very public. Everything will be very, very public. You guys should remind me to give you an assignment after each class. Remind me to give you an assignment after each class. And I promise you, the assignment is not going to be difficult. It's just going to be public. All assignments are very public documentations, because we want to have a file, we want to have a hall of fame, a project on the classroom anyways, on the classroom app, which I will explain today, we'll have like a project documentation of every single progress you are making. Because the good thing about progress is that it builds your confidence. The reason I'm as confident as I am, the reason I am able to make bold, big moves. Right now, I'm not in the country. Normally, in the head of a normal Nigerian, they couldn't have made the kind of moves I made to leave the country. The reason I'm able to do the kinds of things I do is because over time, my confidence has increased with my result. My ability to take action has increased with my action. So action is everything. And so, welcome once again to the orientation. By the end of today, I expect that your mind must have gone through a sharpening, a pruning that will help you position yourself into the kind of person that can get results. Not every kind of person can get results. There is a way, there is a model you should morph yourself into. It's like you have to change into another man. That man can now get the results you need in whatever area. I mean, right here on this call, I'm seeing people that do physical businesses, I'm seeing people that trade, I'm seeing people that are freelancers, I'm seeing people that are business people and all of that. It doesn't matter what you do. You will never get results if you continue at where you are right now. It's like doing what you are doing and expecting a different result. It won't work. All right? So have it in mind that we're going to have a lot of strict measures. We're going to take a lot of strict measures to force you to comply with our guiding principles. So today, I'll be sharing with you some of those principles. Give me a reaction if you can see my screen. Quickly, please, quickly, give me a reaction if you can see my screen. That's Konoha Season 3's guidelines, plus a brutal introduction to Web3. Now, my name is Witty Prince, in case you don't know me. So this slide is done by me. And Web3, okay, so I'll just start with Web3 before I go into our guidelines. I'll introduce you to Web3 and then connect that introduction to the guidelines for this Konoha Season 3. Listen carefully. Web3 has become a dangerous place to build a career. You guys have seen the news, right? That have led to Web3, which is surprising because Konoha has always been a Web3 university. Witty Prince has always been a Web3 person. Yes, in fact, most of the money I've made in my life has come from Web3. If you calculate the entire money I've made in my life, Web3 has been over 80% of it. Over 80%, no jokes. So in today's session, I'm going to be explaining to you our modus operandi, as well as how many dangers I have found in Web3 within the last 4 years of building my career there. So I've stopped building my career in Web3, so I no longer have a career inside of Web3. But there are dangers I have noticed, right, in the state of Web3 careers. Now, pay attention. There's something called the duality of life. I'm currently writing a book, and in that book, I'm going to show you a couple of mental models. Now, one of the mental models I wrote yesterday for that book is the duality of life. What is the dual of up? If you're not on Google Meet, come on Google Meet. I need your answers. What's the dual of up? What's the dual of black? What's the dual of inside? What's the dual of rich? What's the dual of high? Okay, what's the dual of big? What's the dual of advantage? Good. I love your answers. I love your answers. So, if you agree that everything has two ends, then why do we only look at life from one point of view? For example, I as a person, I believe in the online world. And I believe everyone here believes strongly in the internet. My dad, literally, told me to get a physical job with an oil company. And he was already making moves years before I graduated. This was about 2 years before I graduated. He was already making moves to put me in an oil company. My dad sat me down and asked me, what is my problem? He's noticing I want to start business. Why do I want to bring shame to the family? Why do I want to bring sorrow to the family? Now, I had to also sit him down and talk to him and tell him, Dad, I know what I'm seeing. He was angry that day. That day ended badly. In fact, a lot of things went wrong after that day because I believed so much in another field and he believed so much in another field. So that duality, I didn't understand as much as I understand now. But that duality was like a clash of two worlds. My dad could not believe that someone is seeing oil company and saying he's not interested. He didn't understand my point of view. I also did not understand his point of view. Now, the internet has made me more money than I would have made if I was under my dad. Before I graduated, I made my first million. If I had waited for oil company work will start after I graduate, right? So I would have still been broke when I graduate. Then it's now in the oil company I will now make my first million. But now I'm telling you that I made my first million before I graduated. After I graduated, I moved into my own house. My dad was shocked when I told him that I want to leave your house, sir, and move into my own house. He was shocked. That was what made him agree that, okay, true, let me allow this boy to follow his business. Because ordinarily, he would have locked me in that house and say something is wrong. There are village people following me, that I'm ignoring oil company. But when evidence came out, he saw evidence that this boy has entered his own, is moving to his own house. That means he must be doing something right, which means this internet that I was opposing, maybe there's money there. And I proved it to him. If I was to work in an oil company, my beginning salary would be 200,000 naira or 250,000 naira. Then over time it will increase until I start earning 1 million. But with internet, I was earning millions, spending millions, earning millions, spending millions per month. There was a particular month I spent over 2 million naira on gadgets. I bought a new phone, bought laptop, rented apartments, furnished the apartments. Like many things went down. This was 2022, 2023. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about years back. Not even now. Let's not talk about now. So the internet has given me an advantage of working and making a lot more money than I would have made offline from my home. So I don't even have to go to work to make all that money. However, it has a disadvantage. Look at my screen. Despite the fact that the online world has this advantage of helping you work at home, it puts you among so many options to make money. That many options is the reason why there is another food chain in the online world. So, have you seen this meme? Have any of you seen this meme? That in 9 to 5, they work 8 hours. But online, we are working 24 hours. Have you seen any meme like that? You've seen it. So, despite the fact that it looks like we have escaped 9 to 5 prison, we are now more free to do things. The truth is, to really work online, you will have to work 24 hours. So it's now, you've left 9 to 5 and you're now working 2-4-7. But why do you need to work 2-4-7? Most likely it is because you are distracted. Because truly, if you worked from 9 a.m. online to 5 p.m., you would have completed all your work for the day. Yes or yes? Let's assume that you're working online, but you were working 9 to 5, like from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Wouldn't you have completed work? The reason why we work 2-4-7 is mostly because of distractions. Because we are so distracted, we are unable to finish the amount of work we need to do daily. But the man who leaves his house, your father who left his house, entered transport or burnt fuel and went to work, there is no way he will not focus. Do you think your dad presses phone in the office, scrolls online to view posts? He doesn't have time for such distractions because now he's in a working condition that makes him to be focused and highly productive from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You, his son, who is working online, you don't have that propensity. You don't have that advantage. So, like you can see on your screen, everything that has an advantage has an equal and opposite disadvantage. Now, let's leave the internet, which is Web 2. Let's go to Web 3. Web 3 has more disadvantages because the decentralization and anonymity of Web 3 made it easy for anyone to build a business or company privately and monetize it using the token economy. Are you with me? If you are with me, type I am with you. I need you to be participators, please. Participate. I want to see your comments regularly. Now, it also made it easy for scams to happen. I'm explaining why a career, it is not good to build your career in Web3. Because now, because of the anonymity, you can scam people. You've seen the rogues. I mean, any of you who have done a little research on Web3, you would have noticed that a lot of rogues, scams are happening. Those of you who want to get jobs in Web3 as well, let me also shock you. A lot of the time, people are not paid. 90% of people have been owed and not paid. In a normal company, right? If they owe you salary, there is usually more security because you can see your boss. When you come in Web3, you're not seeing the person. He's anonymous. If he refuses to pay you, there's nothing you can do really. There's no security. The job security is very low. But that's not even the disadvantage. The disadvantage is the one on your screen. The internet gave us an advantage, being able to work multiple jobs, but it's not really an advantage because if we do not build companies, let me just read what is here. It's the online world seems to favor us who are looking for jobs and looking to make money. But on the end of the companies, the staff can best be productive if he is working with only one company. Do you understand what that means? Let me explain. You are a freelancer, you are a trader, you are an online worker. So for you, there's no way you work one job when you are working online. You will do more than one job, right? I mean, it does not make sense to stay with just one company because you have 247 to yourself. It's not like a 9-to-5 job. So you can divide your focus, you can multiply your focus. But that is a problem. That itself is a problem. Because if you multiply your focus that way, it's like saying you give your 100% to a company if you are a 9-to-5 worker. Then you now want to start a side hustle, which means you give 75% to your company and 25% to your side hustle. Some of your parents have side hustles, right? They have side businesses, they have a shop here and all of that. But online, guess what? Online, you are a freelancer. You also have 4 skills. So you have a writing job, you have a design job, then you have a video job, and then you're working with another writing company. That's 4. Then on top of that, you are also a trader because you used to jump on tokens and do some online research. You understand? Some online token research and all of those things. Then, when we now move to the part of business, you still have one business you want to start. Then you have another collaboration that you want to collaborate with somebody. You understand? One of your friends, you guys want to start one project together. In the middle of that, you still want to learn some content creation skills to put content on YouTube, and then you are also creating content for your Twitter page to grow your Twitter page. Now, this is the life of most people. Am I lying? I've mentioned about 9 things. But it looks big. It's not big. It's most likely your life. Most likely. Right? Now, for one of those companies working with you, do you think they will be productive? Because if you had 100%, you're most likely giving 2% to one of the companies, then giving 9% to another of the companies, then giving 4%, because you are splitting your percentages. You have only 100%. You're splitting all your percentages across 20 different things. So eventually you cannot be effective. Meanwhile, your dad, your mom, who worked in a physical job, 75% of his productivity is poured into that 9-to-5. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., the person is working. Do you know the amount of work, the amount of productivity? So on your point of view, remember we are talking about the duality of life. From your point of view, from your own point of view, you are enjoying because you have a lot of options. But if you look at it from the company's point of view, you are not a productive person. Imagine if you are not doing anything and you work with just one company. In fact, you might have to sack yourself, resign, because at some point you'll be doing so much work, they don't deserve you. They will either have to increase your salary by themselves, or you ask for an increase in salary, or you sack yourself and go for a higher company, because that's how much time you give. Imagine if all the things you do is just one company. Just imagine it. I know you can't do that. You may not have the strength of character. It takes a lot of strength, mental strength, to say no to many things and focus on just imagine that all you focused on was one thing. How productive will you be? Next slide. So one of the traits I want you to build is critical thinking. I use K because I want all our traits to be starting with K. Critical thinking means the obvious point of view is not the only point of view. So when a crowd is following a particular thing, pick another point of view. When everybody has one point of view, they are viewing things from one angle, you should try to not view from that angle. So one way to win in life is find what most people are doing and don't do it. So when you tell your brain, don't do this, your brain will have to start thinking, what then will I do? That's the secret to innovation. You see that word, innovation. Innovative people try to do what other people are not thinking about. The man who created the aeroplane, do you think most people were thinking of creating an aeroplane? No. The man who created the telephone, before even it became smartphone, do you think most innovation is born from thinking where other people are not? When you see other people doing something, that is the time to not do it. So I'm not saying you should not join Web3, but inside of Web3, do what most people are not doing. Are you with me? All these slides will be shared, don't worry. I know I've not explained everything. All of these slides will be shared on the app I'm going to introduce to you, so wait for that app. If we critically analyze it and find other point of views, we realize that many opportunities on the internet usually divides our focus, thereby making sure that there are many active workers online who would not make money because they are trying to do everything at once. So like I said, the trap of the online world is that you're going to be doing everything at once, meaning you cannot make enough money, right? And so your goal is to make sure that you are not at the bottom of the food chain. You can see that on my screen, right? Now, nothing should ever follow one point of view. Never follow what is the obvious point of view. That's the secret. If you are going to make money from Konoha has raised many millionaires to the glory of God. And those people who made the most money in our previous cohorts, they were innovators, I can assure you. They were not following the crowd. All right? Like I said, lack of focus increases massively in Web3. So, if I should do an overview of the Web3 space, I believe a link should be sent that will do that overview because I don't have time. I have 2 more minutes to end this session. So I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to just do you a favor and give you a link that you can follow. All right? Web3 Witty. Let me copy the link. I'm going to send it in this call. So if you are not on this call, you have missed the link. Those of you who did not join the call, I'm sorry. Those of you who did not join this call, I'm sorry, you've missed the link. Check the link. If in case you are not new to Web3 and you want to understand this space, that link is for you. All right? Make sure you consume all the content in that link tonight. Remember, tonight's session is not long. It's just 30 minutes. So after tonight, you have enough time to go through. After this session, once this session ends, you have enough time to go through the link. So there are 10 Konoha commandments. Number 1, before thou buildest, thou must first observe the environment and build thy battle strategy. Now, observation is best done by active participation, not passive participation. Actively engage thy craft, then pivot to the areas thou art most good at. Next commandment, distraction is the biggest enemy of thy progress. Give me a reaction if you understand. In every season, you are only allowed to focus on one thing. Thou shalt be defeated if thou breakest this rule. Commandment number 3, thou must build high agency. This skill is rare and only acquired by they who vow to figure things out themselves and never depend on anyone. The rest will be found in the slides. Let me just skip this. I will only read the one in bold. Once thou findest a worthy goal, thou must always say no to everything else. This is thine edge. Thou must treat failure as lessons learned. These commandments are things you must follow if you want to make the most of this cohort. Notice, the bolder man beats the better man. Many people have sense past this gege. You know this gege, right? That is trending. Is it gege or big gege? He has a trend. It's currently trending. Many people usually criticize. I've seen a lot of people posting on their status and saying, "I bet this guy don't get sense. Like, God, shut up. You are better than him. He's bolder than you." Thou must begin the journey of self-leadership intentionally. Number 8 says, increase thy chances by picking options with higher barrier to entry. Follow the slides on Google Classroom, and we're going to send you the slides on Google Classroom. Seek to build a startup. You're going to get all this on Google Classroom. Number 10 says, thou must only work on 2 projects at any given time. One, to put food on thy table, and another that thou seest thyself doing daily for the next 15 years. So you only need one project that will be feeding you. Number 2, one project that you know you will be doing, you can do. So, which means it has to play to your strength. If you are a trader, if you are a business person, whatsoever you know that you can do for 15 years is a passion. Something that is a passion means you see yourself doing it for a very long time. Now, once you are chasing more than these 2, you are distracted and weak. Now, let's summarize. I'm already 2 minutes late, so I should have ended this call by 7:30. So this is special announcement. This is the app we are going to be using, right? Google Classroom. Now, Google Classroom is an app that has been in existence for a long time, but most people don't know about it. So download this app on your phone quickly. Download this app on your phone. Many of our classes are going to be mind-blowing as today's class was. But we will not be operating on WhatsApp anymore. So the WhatsApp group is just there for sake of being there. None of our associations, none of our communications, none of our discussions, none of the things I'll be sharing with you guys will happen on WhatsApp. Take note. So when you